But these are the only mods that we are allowed to use, that anybody can use under downloadable content. We can use all these mods except for those that will add money to the game, like the government subsidy mods and mods like that. Also, we're not allowed to use mods that will change the game drastically. Like, for example, there is a mower that one can use where you can mow grass everywhere. So I don't want to do that. I want to only mow the grass on the land that we own. We are starting a completely new game, and we will have the challenge on New Frontier. We will go here starting from scratch. Now, in terms of the starting money, you can see there, it only allows me 100,000. To get rid of that, I'm going to take $100,000 loan and start with 100,000. So as soon as I get into the game, I will repay the loan, and then we will have a zero balance. The economy, I will leave on hard. No starting from or no guided tour. You can see I do have 92 mods installed. We will probably use quite a lot of these. Okay, my character will look like that, which is pretty much close to me, but we do need a good cowboy hat. Some other settings and rules before we continue. We'll play on a 5x time scale. Economic difficulty will be on hard. Traffic will be on, although there's none on this map. Seasonal growth is on. I'll go for 3 days per month. Fixed visual month, no. We'll keep snow on. Crop destruction would be on. Periodic plowing required. We'll have that on as well, make it as difficult as possible. Fieldstone on. That is quite a grinder, but we'll leave it on. Lime, obviously, weeds also. Disaster destruction, yes. Normal dirt, automatic engine start, yes, that's fine, stop and go. Braking, we'll put that off. Trailer fill limit will be off. Fuel usage, normal. And we don't want AI workers to buy anything here. And we are allowed to use AI workers. So as I said earlier, I will now go ahead and repay this loan. And now we have a zero balance. Now, part of the rules, we are also allowed to take out loans for as much as we can. I can tell you now, I'm going to try my utmost to keep away from that. Although we can also do contracts if we want to, but I'm not a big contract fan. So I'm probably just going to take the plunge and purchase the first piece of land, and then do forestry and do a lot of grass cutting. I have briefly checked out the different fields because I'm looking for a combination of grassland and trees so that we can start generating income immediately. And I actually found that this one here was actually quite nice. So it will cost us 294,000. So I'm actually thinking of taking a 350,000 Rand bank loan to get us started. So yeah, let's go deep into the red and get the show on the road. We are going to borrow 350,000 in increments of 5. So yeah, there we go. We are deep in the red already. So 350 There we are. We can't repay anything for now. That hurt. All right, here we go. Some more paint. We now own that portion of land. So I'm just going to go ahead and visit. So here we go. This is our piece of land, which is actually quite nice. I'm going to go ahead and buy this still for $1,000. As you can see, it is a mod. It's called Speed of Light. It is slightly quicker than the rest. So here goes. Now I wanted to show you that if you don't like this kind of shrubbery on your farm, you can always just go ahead like that and get rid of it. This is the lumberjack mod that I have installed, and let's quickly have a look at those settings. Okay, so under general settings, you can just scroll all the way down, and if you have lumberjack installed, you will see all of this. It says cut anywhere. I'm going to have that off. As I said earlier, let's just concentrate on the land that we own. It says create wood chips. I haven't seen how this works as yet. I think it is a bit of a thing, just like picking them up. So I'm going to leave it off. Maximum wood chips, we might as well put on 5,000. It's not going to matter. Super strength, I'm leaving at infinite. It says normal strength value. That's without super strength toggle, which, as you can see, goes all the way down to 100. For a realistic playthrough, I'll keep it at 100. But for now, for this playthrough, we'll put it at a maximum, which is 1,001 tons. Super strength distance. Let's do that 25 meters, as much as we can. And normal strength, let's put that all the way up as well. Chainsaw cut distance. Now, you'll see that when I just cut just now, it was just a small area of effect. So now it's going to be much bigger. And this is where the magic happens. You can set your chainsaw speed to be extremely fast. And destroy the foliage, as I said, that's 5 meters. I'm not going to worry much about those settings. And yes, there we go. So yeah, let's check it out. Works nicely. I just want to show you that it also works on this kind of size of bush. I'm going to set up a sawmill, small sawmill for us, around about here, so that we can do a lot of these trees and start generating some income. You know, something like this will do. Okay, let's give it a go. You will see me playing around with different lengths of wood to see what is the best selling price for us. I know from experience that 6 meters and the straighter they are, the more they would generate income. Now, one of those pine trees behind me, this long one there, will fetch about $2,000 if cut in a proper manner. The other less straight ones will be much less. For a tree like that behind me, we'll get about, if we cut it okay, we'll get about $400 or $500 for that. And these light foliage ones, they don't go for much. probably 70 or 80 or so, if we are lucky. So the tree cutting will continue because that will give us continuous income. Here's the other benefit of lumberjack, is to remove these stumps quickly and effortlessly. You can see at the top left of the screen, it says length, 6 meters. That's actually not too bad at all. $986. Now, grass will grow in this game in 4 stages, from 1 to 4, and it's necessary for us to get the grass down as quickly as we can, so that we can give ourselves more time for the growth stages to take place. Should we have to harvest natural grass twice? I don't know yet. Now, we have a couple of options when it comes to grass. We can get a hand mower, run around here like crazy, which will take us a lot of hours of real life hours to do. And, it's quite a grind. So different strokes for different folks. We all play the game differently. A small tractor, and to go with that, a mower to go with the horsepower. And then we can get a sell everything selling point going. And as soon as we have mowed that, we may have to just lease a forage wagon and start generating that income. So yeah, this is interesting. And I'm also looking forward to this as we go and purchase our first tractor. We can have a look at what tractor would best suit us. I'm looking for something reasonably cheap with a reasonable amount of horsepower. This borer is going for 39,000, and as you can see, the horsepower is 100 to 135. We have a 12,000 Rand John Deere, 34 horses, 2,420. That actually looks okay-ish. Horsepower is way up there. So far, that's probably the best. 12,000, 30 horsepower, that's a little bit too little for what we want. So far, this case is looking good. So that's a bit much. Got 12,000 here for 30 horses, 11,000 for 32 horses, 8,000 for 20 horses. So I think we should just take the plunge and go with this guy. 80 to 120 horses. So we'll probably pay a little bit more because we would need to upgrade. Let's have a look. To pay 8,000 more to get the horsepower up to 91 horses. And that's 100 horsepower for 36,000. And that's 120 horsepower, same kind of thing. So this is for 80 horses for 24,000. We can always upgrade as we go. We'll take all of this as standard to save some money. And we'll sort out weights later on if we want them. So let's have a look at what do they mean by weight. That might be beneficial for us, I'm just going to go ahead and get the weight as well. Right, it's not the most prettiest tractor in the world, but it is practical and functional. Right, here we go. I'll grab that. Now to go with that, we need a mower. Remember that we have 80 horsepower to play around with. Some of them are quite expensive. So that one will go with that. So that's not an option. So let's have a look here. It only needs 26 horses. The working width is 1.9. It's not great, but it's much more than a 1.2 kind of thing that you get with the other mowers. 9,500. Also something we're going to use extensively. Do a lot of work with. It's probably going to be in our best interest to go ahead and buy. So in terms of colors, I'm an orange and black kind of guy, so whatever suits you. I think that looks good. Okay, so now it's 10.5. 2,000 for just the paint job. 1,000 for the paint job. And we took a cover. Yeah, really does look much nicer with the cover on. Right, so go ahead and buy. Now we have 26,000 left. It's a good thing if we can have a quick look at what a selling point will be. Guessing that we are here, I'm just going to place down a sell everything selling point. Exciting stuff.
When the storm is moving in, the sky goes dark and you feel the wind. Too much weight just holds you down, waiting for the calm to come around. And you harbor all your tears, your disbeliefs and fears. You will rise above, know that you are strong. Though the road is long, there is always love to carry you home. When there's no solid ground, walls are closing in, and you hear the sound of your heartbeat through your chest.